Recently, I got rid of my Oculus Rift S and replaced it with the CV1. Here's why. Back when VR first hit off with the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift CV1 touch controllers, I was very interested in the world of VR. My friend had just gotten a VR headset. It was the HTC Vive with the wands. It came with 2 base stations, and I went over to his house to try it out. I was blown away at the capabilities of VR. I don't really remember what we played, but I know that it was enough to make me want to get a VR headset and a VR capable PC of my own. For the time being, I waited until the release of the Samsung Gear VR headset came out, and I played a bunch of VR games with 3 degrees of freedom, as it was the only option that I had. I remember watching one of the Oculus News connections, and then they announced the Oculus Rift S, which was supposed to come out sometime in early 2019. So then I saved up my money, and then I purchased what would be the Oculus Rift S in June of 2019. From that day on, I've had nothing but problems with my Rift S, and today I'm going to explain to you why the Oculus Rift CV1 is actually better and at a better value than the Rift S. First, let's dive into the specs. As you can see by this table, the only thing remarkable about the Rift S is its higher resolution and 5 degrees more field of view. What was a little shocking for me is that Facebook had downgraded the Oculus Rift S panel and refresh rate. The refresh rate is now 80Hz as opposed to 90Hz on the CV1, and it's running on an LCD panel, meaning yes, there's less screen door effects, but you don't get your true colors. Facebook doing these downgrades is a great transition into the audio. The audio on the Rift S is such a big disappointment that I didn't even see coming when buying the Rift S. The speakers sound like bean cans tied to a string, and the mic sounds like I'm speaking through a McDonald's slide at the McDonald's Play Place. And at a price of $400, this headset was starting to look like a disappointment compared to the sister headset, the Oculus Quest, which by then enabled Link. And you know, with a little bit of editing, the mic on the Rift S could sound okay, like it could be doable. But the one major problem is about 8 months after the release of the Rift S, there was a problem known as the robot mic. And if you don't know what this problem sounds like, then I kid you not, it sounds like this.
So this is my Oculus mic.
And the funny thing about this is that over a year later, Facebook has still not released an update or even a solution to fix this problem. And this doesn't even go into the discomfort of the headset, the cheap build quality of the headset and touch controllers, and the downgrade of the touch controllers themselves. There's an ongoing problem that the controllers will just break out of nowhere. Sometimes the controllers will just cease to track. No matter what you do, they'll just never track again. And the painful thing about this is that in the past 8 months, this has happened to 3 of my controllers that have 0 physical damage onto them. And now for the big question, how does the Rift CV1 hold up in 2021, and why shouldn't you just go for the Quest 2? Well, the answer to this depends on who you're asking. I prefer performance over quality, and I picked up my CV1 for just $200 off of eBay. If you want to get the most use out of the Quest 2 possible, then you better be ready to put at least $200 more into it for a deluxe strap or a deluxe audio strap from HTC and a link cable. But if you have a VR ready PC and you want an entry level VR headset, then I'd recommend going with the Rift CV1, as you can pick one up for $200 to $300 off of eBay. And the CV1 still outperforms the majority of VR headsets in the market right now, so it should last at least 4 more years. So that about wraps up this video. If you have any more questions, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer them. Anyways, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.